Hello students, welcome back to my class. I hope you are all safe and fine at your home. Today we are going to start with class 10 Civics chapter 2. Name is Federalism. This is in the continuation of the first chapter. It has you can say link with first chapter. In first chapter we were saying again and again power sharing. Power sharing is very essential. There are different forms of power sharing, right? And we have seen different forms of power sharing such as vertical power sharing, then horizontal power sharing, then we have seen power sharing among different political parties and in with different communities. We have taken example of Belgium and Sri Lanka, right? So here we will be seeing or studying in detail about vertical power division. Vertical power division, where we saw power is shared between central level, central, then from center to state, then we have now in India local level also. Okay, so in this way, in vertical power sharing, power is shared among different levels of the government. Okay, so the whole focus of the chapter, or you can say of our study, will be on this only. And this form of power sharing, where we share power among different levels of government, this form of power sharing, or you can say this feature only of any of the government is makes any of the country as federal country. We say that India is also a federal country, or Indian government is federal government, right? So it is just because we are sharing power in different from center, okay, then in different constituent units, or you can say in the states also. So let us get started with the main content of the chapter. First, we will define that what is federalism. Federalism is a system of government in which power is divided between a central authority and the various constituent units. These constituent units, they are nothing but it can be states, okay, or it depends on the different countries that it can be different regions, or you can say like in, if we see in USA, then their states are just like they are not states like Indian states. They have their own different supreme courts. They have their own central governments. They are not linked with each other like Indian states are, right? They are not under one center. But here in constituent units, here we mean different states or different regions. Okay. So federal system where power is shared between central authority and various constituent units. It can be in the states, and then from states it can be with the cities and villages, gram panchayat, etc. Okay. So federal system means power is shared among different levels. We have to make difference. Another power sharing form also is there, which is horizontal power sharing, where power is shared among different organs of the government, which is legislature, executive and judiciary. That we are not studying here. Our focus here is in different levels of government. Okay. So a federation has two levels of government, but here if we define federalism, then here even in this definition also we have seen center and different constituent units. It means two levels. Third level in India also it was made later. Okay, in 1990s. We will be studying later in the chapter. So there are two levels of the government, one central, other state level. Both these levels of government enjoy their power independent of each other. It is not so that state governments are getting power from central government. No, it is not so. But central government and state government, they both have their own jurisdiction. Jurisdiction means you can say their own area of control, or they have their own powers, or in simple words in Hindi you can say daira means सबका दोनों का अपना अपना दायरा है. Okay, so they both get their powers from the constitution. Okay, so they enjoy their power independent of each other. None of them they control each other, or none of them they you can say order each other. They have their own powers. Okay, so one is the government of the entire nation, that is usually responsible for a few subjects of common national interest. Government for the entire nation, which we call as central government, right? Or in Hindi, in news में बहुत बार आता रहता है, which we call as केंद्रीय सरकार का ये, केंद्रीय सरकार ने ये किया, केंद्रीय सरकार ने वो किया, means whatever rules are passed at the central level or by the central government, they are to be followed by the whole nation or all the citizens of India. Okay, that is the central government. They have few subjects of common national interest, means they have few subjects. We will be reading about what are the subjects of central government, what are the subjects of state government. We will be studying in detail regarding this. Then government at the level of provinces or the state that look after much of the day-to-day administering of their state. So now laws made by the central government, they are to be followed by the entire nation, but the laws which are made by a particular state government, they are to be followed by that those people only living in that particular state. For example, laws made by Delhi government, they were to be followed by the citizens of Delhi only. Like Arvind Kejriwal, few years back, he introduced the system of to control pollution, even and odd system of vehicles. So it was not in the entire nation, it was only in Delhi. Okay, so this way day-to-day administration, whatever is police, etc., then health, hygiene, etc., whatever such issues we will be seeing these subjects, that what are the subjects with state government, or on which subjects state governments can make laws, we will be studying in next videos. For now you understand that state government and central government, they are free in their areas. Laws made by the central government, they are to be followed by the entire nation, and laws made by the provincial or state governments, provincial government can also be called as state government, their laws are to be followed by only that state. Okay, so they look after day-to-day administration, because it is not possible for center to reach each and every state, right? Because each and every state has its own culture, or people living in that state, they have their own sometimes geographical barriers are there, or there the needs of people living in different states, they may vary, right? So it is better that day-to-day administration or day-to-day issues, they are looked after by the state government only, and central government makes laws which are in the interest of the entire nation, from national point of view, which are important. Okay, so now after I hope you have understood that what is federalism. Okay, where power is shared among two levels of government. Now we will just compare it with other unitary form of system. Unitary system, unitary means where power is not shared among different levels, or you can say it is opposite to federal system, unitary system. Okay, in federal system we share power, but in unitary system power is not shared. Okay, so let us see what is the difference. In unitary form of government, there is only one level of government, or the sub-units are subordinate to the central government. Now there are two ways of unitary system. Either there will be only one level, means there will be no government such as state government. Okay, or it can also happen that there are state governments or there are provincial governments, but they are not independent of center, but they are subordinate. Subordinate means they are under the central government, or the source of power of these state governments is the center, means they get power from center, not from the constitution. Okay, but opposite to it, in federal government there are two or more levels of government, okay, which we have already seen. So in unitary, either there is only one level, or subunits are subordinate to the center, but in federal there are two or more levels of government. Second difference, the central government can pass on orders to the provincial or local governments. Now, as we have said that in unitary form of system government, center is giving power to unitary, its units, or its subjects, or its states. So it can pass orders to them. Okay, but in federalism, the central government cannot order the state government to do something, because both are independent, or both are having their on jurisdictions, on area of control, so they cannot order each other, right? Now third, the central government is supreme, and in unitary form of government, central government is supreme, and the administrative divisions exercise only powers that the central government has delegated to them. Okay, so in unitary form of government, central government, it is most powerful, and the unitary system, the other, that states, they are enjoying the powers which are delegated to them by the center. Okay, means the source of power is center only. So their power may be broadened, or it can be narrowed also. Means their powers can be increased also, or their powers can be decreased also. It whole entirely depends on center. But in federal form of government, state government has power of its own, for which it is not answerable to the central government. Okay, with the subjects where state government can make laws or in the jurisdiction of state government, it is not answerable to the central government. Okay, because the source of power is not center in federalism, but the source of power is the constitution. Okay, the constitution has decided what are the powers of state government, what are the powers of central government, or now with the amendment of the local government also. I hope it is clear to you what is the difference between unitary form of government and the federal system of government. So this was just introductory video for the chapter, so that you understand the main concept of federalism, that the focus of the chapter will be on sharing power between different levels of the government. Okay, and both the levels of the government, they are equally powerful. They have their own power. Source of the power is constitution. Okay, and they are independent of each other. No one is under anyone. Okay, so in the next video we will start with the features of federalism. Okay, I hope you have understood this topic. If any queries, please write to me in the comment section. See you soon in the next video. Take care, stay at home.